What's up guys, my name is Marvins, but I also go by Jiggy online and I am a professional video editor. I've worked with YouTubers who have millions of subscribers, creators such as Cypher PK, Basically Homeless, and I was even the lead video editor at Ani Studios. I've recently created an editors only community at school.com. Video editors can connect with each other, we share tips, and you can even talk to me one-on-one for any questions that you may have. If you also wish to join this community, join now while it's still free. The first 100 people get in without paying anything. And once I change it to a paid community, they'll continue to have free access forever. Today we had our first community meetup and I answered some burning questions that editors were having, including how do I scale my career, how to stand out as a video editor, and even some horror video editing stories that some editors were dealing with when it came to clients. By answering all these editors' questions, I'm hoping that you're able to take away some new form of knowledge to take along with you. Hope you enjoy the video. All right guys, welcome. I got no clue what I want to do other than edit for a job. If you don't know what you want to do after editing, or maybe you want to know things about yourself, just first prioritize your goals. What is it that you want to do in the future? Like, hey, do I want to work remotely? Do I want to keep working for an income? Am I okay with that? Do I have a goal here? Is there a specific person that I want to work for? Am I okay making the income that I'm making forever? Just ask yourself questions. Usually once you do that and really come face to face with yourself and your needs and your wants, you will have a better understanding of where you want to go. I think I'd rather run my own business. I don't think I'm really interested in any job. Of course, I'm gonna still have a job in case I'm like, I need to pay bills or something, but I've actually spent a good portion of my time instead creating opportunities for myself to not have to work. Obviously, that's been a struggle of its own, but that's the kind of mindset that I have when approaching anything when it comes to personal life, is that my end goal is to not work. That's one of the reasons I release extensions or products, is because it's a way I can create income without me having to work a job. It's the reason why I have a YouTube channel, is so that I can get sponsors and get money without working a job. Freelancing is cool. I like freelancing for very specific clients, but once that magic is gone and it turns into work, that's not a place where I want to be at anymore, and I understand that about myself. If you're a video editor or in any career or any job in general, it's very important that you also take your future into consideration. Is video editing something that you want to work on forever? Do you want to continue to work for clients? Do you want to start your own agency? Do you want to go my path and create plugins or create your own business? All of these things are really important to kind of take into consideration early on in your career. Even if you're enjoying video editing, still open up your mind, prepare yourself for your future self. What are some less common workflow problems and solutions that you found when editing? Less common. So you're more looking for like the sauce. It was a video about how KSI's editor would edit videos. And he had a very particular way where he would use multicam and he was able to edit videos really, really fast. He had one layer where he was zoomed in. He had one layer where he had the camera and the footage. He had another layer where like JJ was in black and white, and like he was able to edit so fast because of that. It was like having presets. It was really, really cool. Another less common workflow solution I've seen is, obviously you can go like the automation route. If you guys don't know, you can use chatgpt to create scripts in After Effects, which can really take away a lot of labor. Like for instance, if you need to make like 50 circles all in different places, just ask ChatGPT to make you a script to do it, and you can have After Effects do it. That's another thing that I can give you guys a link to. It's a Friday night and you guys are here, man, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna give you guys a lot of sauce. I'll answer any questions that you guys have just because of it. I try to give you as much value as I can. If you are a video editor and you are not watching hhilliersmith, you fucked up. Video editing is a creative skill. The thing that you do with any creative skill is tell a story. And hhilliersmith understands that to the core. He doesn't know how to make flashy edits. He doesn't know how to make boom, boom, pow flashes. His videos get millions, tens of millions. This guy's worked with Mr. Beast. Like, he goes crazy because he understands storytelling. A video with really good editing could get 100 views, but a video with really good storytelling could get millions. How did you scale the editing business after $5,000 a month? This is a very good question. The most I've ever made in a single month with editing was probably around $7,000. I made $7,000 in 1 month. To be fair, it was not freelance. $6,000 of that came from a full-time gig, and $1,000 of that came from my shop. That was around October, November-ish. Scaling editing is difficult. You guys have to understand that the way that you scale editing is not by editing for more clients. A lot of editors come into the editing scene. The more that you edit, the more videos that you create, the more money that you make. Racking your brain like that, video editing is a creative job. It's a creative job, man. Like, for me personally, it leads to burnout really fast when you start having to commercialize your creativity. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys got into video editing because it was a lot of fun. Same for me. I thought it was a ton of fun. I was having a lot of fun when I was first editing. But, you know, as you grow and as your time gets more and more scarce, you have to turn what you have into a career. It is very important that you have to think about the way that you scale, because you're only one person. You cannot be the one creating your own videos and putting out enough videos for you to make $10,000 a month unless you have some sort of percentage agreement with the creator. That's one way. One way to scale past $5,000 a month is by having a percentage with the creator. But this raises two problems. Number one, you're going to have to find a creator who wants to give you a percentage. If a creator is established enough, they're most likely not going to give you a percentage. They're most likely going to want to give you a flat rate because they've already made it. They don't need to give you a percentage. They can just find another editor who's going to do it for a flat rate. The second problem for percentage when it comes to creators is that if they are willing to give you a percentage, they most likely are very not established. So this means that you are taking a risk with this client. They might not be as dedicated as you would like them to be. All of a sudden, you're just like, fuck this, I don't want to do YouTube anymore. Like, what do you do then? Like, that was your plan for you to scale with them. If you're going to scale with someone, make sure that they are someone who you can work with for the next 5 to 10 years. Like, you are going to be the main person behind their team doing percentage. So when it comes to scaling your editing business, that's one way, percentage. Another way is by having an agency. I'm sure you all have heard this. Honestly, I don't like agencies. Not because I think they're unethical. I think every company can be ethical or unethical. I just personally don't like creating agencies. Agencies are a lot of work because at the end of the day, you're managing people. If you want a stress-free life, do not manage people. If you manage people, you're gonna have a stressful life. It is that simple. If you look at any agency person on Twitter, they're constantly working. Every single day they have someone to talk to. Every single day they have someone to manage. If you scale your company correctly, where you have someone handling something every time you upgrade, like, okay, I'm able to afford 10 editors now. I'm going to hire a manager to manage those 10 editors instead of me having to edit it, then you're scaling your company correctly. You're still going to have to talk to someone, kind of have to talk to the manager, and you're going to have to talk to the clients, but there is a way to scale companies correctly, but you have to be ready to understand that you're gonna have to do all the work in the beginning. And that's never been something that I've wanted to do. Like I said earlier, I don't want to be put in the position where I keep working. I've always scaled my business, so I don't have to do anything. The max that I do when I'm scaling my business is respond to people who have problems with my products. That's it. I don't mind it, but if I could not have to do that, I would do that. Should we learn Blender? I tried learning Blender, I failed. But should you learn Blender? Depends on your goals. Because if you're just sitting here making stream highlights, you're getting paid $200 like a video. What are you doing learning Blender? Like, you gotta put like 3D models into this video. That's about to get like 50K views. Does the creator actually even care? If your goal in video editing is to become a VFX person, if your goal in video editing is to make the highest quality videos that you can for your own personal channel or find the highest quality channels, then yes, learn Blender. If you genuinely want to learn Blender for the sake of it being part of your career, learn Blender. I think Blender is great. It's free. There's a whole bunch of tutorials on it, and it is amazing what you can do with that application. Do you use After Effects? And if you do, what advice would you give someone looking to learn the software? So After Effects, when you first start off, it's a really like scary application because usually the people who are learning After Effects are the same people who are using Premiere Pro and just want to incorporate After Effects into their workflow. The best way to learn, I feel like, is to learn the essentials of what you need. And the essentials that I needed was motion. The second thing I learned was rotoscoping, so I learned how to cut someone out. Really cool stuff. What is the best boot camp to take or language to learn for programming Premiere Pro plugins? All right, sorry for the brief interruption, but I was editing this and I think it's worth noting that I'm also a software developer. This will explain why I have some editors asking me developer questions even though this is a video editing video. I create Premiere Pro After Effects extensions as well as motion graphic templates and animations. You can check out some of my products at jiggypuff.gumroad.com and you'll see just how useful they can be to your editing workflow. All right, back to the video. What is the best boot camp to take or language to learn for programming Premiere Pro plugins? I will not tell you the best boot camp to take because honestly, I'm not the right person to ask for that. I don't know many boot camps. The boot camp that I went to was Bytes Academy in New York, and it was really, really good. I would recommend, if you're going to boot camp, learning a full stack course. Full stack, like I said before, is a front end and a back end. You learn how to create web pages and you also learn what's behind those web pages because these are not the same things. As far as the best language to learn for programming Premiere Pro or After Effects plugins, it is a requirement for you to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript because at the end of the day, these are the programming languages that you use for creating web pages, and each Premiere Pro plugin or each After Effects plugin is actually just a web page. Hey Jiggy, what are your most used macros? Now this is an interesting one. It's completely free. It's called keyslide. Basically, it's a macro for keeping your mouse in Premiere horizontally straight as you're doing the keyframe. If you guys do motion in Premiere Pro, I don't know if you've had this problem where you're trying to change the scale or you're trying to change the rotation and you're trying to just pull it out exactly, but it just doesn't work the way you would like it. I actually end up using my own macro as well. Jiggy, does your Premiere randomly break and when you keyframe there is no animation? I don't think I've had that issue. My Premiere will randomly break, but I'm not gonna lie guys, as soon as I stopped using a cracked version of Premiere, I instantly had a better editing experience. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying I'm pro subscription when it comes to Premiere Pro, but half the problems that I had was from my cracked version. I don't know what it is. It's it just breaks 5 times as often when I'm using a cracked version of Premiere. What programming languages do you know? Programming languages is like coding languages. Coding Bootcamp is a big reason why I'm able to create Premiere Pro extensions. It's a big reason why I'm able to create the plugins and the motion graphic templates. The programming languages that I know is Python, I know React, I know JavaScript, I know HTML, I know CSS, I know ExtentScript. I know a very niche programming language. It's called the Game Maker language, GML, because I also make games as well. But yeah, those are the programming languages I know. I love Python. I'm still trying to learn other stuff as well. For instance, there's a lot more that goes into programming languages because I'm supposed to be a full stack developer. A full stack developer is someone who works on the front end and the back end. The front end just means that it's the website, it's what you see. The back end is what handles the logic. You mean the server. I've heard a horror story about how one editor made 40 shorts at $2 a piece and then the content creator didn't pay them for a while. I have a video about this as well. It's basically how to start your career in video editing. And one of the things I talk about is how to price your stuff. $2 a piece is ridiculous, honestly. For shorts, if you go to one of the biggest editor discords out there, it's called Creative Paradise, they don't let you even post a shorts job for under $40. 40 shorts at $2 a piece. For me, honestly, you're getting 40 shorts of black screens. You asked me for $2. You asked me to do it for $2. You're getting 40 shorts of my ass or 40 shorts of a black screen. And then the content creator didn't pay them. I would have sued them. Yo, Jiggy, how old are you? I am old as hell. I'm 25. Which is not that old, but a lot of editors are 19, 20 now. I'm basically a fossil. I've been doing this shit since I was 19. Thanks for chatting with this, Jiggy. Yo, Wanda, thank you for chatting with me. We'll have more and more of these groups in the future. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys for the next meeting. Peace out.